Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for January 20th, 2021. We begin today's show with some breaking news that happened after we left the studio. With no announcement, yesterday ended up being the final day of operation for the latest version of the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom. Disney has quietly closed the attraction overnight as guests arriving at the Magic Kingdom this morning found out. Of course, in the past, a closure date would have been announced at least a few weeks in advance. While Disney has not formally announced anything yet, the sign outside the attraction assures us that Joe Biden will be added to the attraction, in audio animatronic form, of course. The question is still if he will have a speaking role. Also, no reopening date has been set by Disney as of yet. It's unclear at this time how much more of the attraction will change, as this is the first time a new version of the show has only existed for one presidential term, in fact lasting only just over 3 years. What I mean by that, of course, is that starting in 1993, they started giving the president speaking roles, and that's when the attraction would change every 8 years. Of course, we have had nothing but two-term presidents to this point from 1993 to now, so there has not been a change after only 3 to 4 years, of a new show. So in this case, it remains unclear if the film portion or the narration or any of those things will change along with the addition of a new president. Due to the immense hit to the entertainment industry caused by the pandemic, some Disney executives saw major hits to their annual incomes. Chief Executive Officer Bob Iger, who has since been replaced by Chapek, earned just over $21 million in 2020. And while it seems like a lot to most people, it is less than half of the $47.5 million in earnings made in 2019. I'm sure those of you at home feel very bad for him. Bob Chapek made less than Iger with $14 million in earnings for the 2020 fiscal year. Both executives took pay cuts during the year of financial crisis for a short period. There are no past earnings information for Chapek since he was promoted to the position in February of last year. This announcement comes after a surprising Q4 earnings report with the company making $14 billion in revenue. With the news that Disneyland Resort is ending their annual pass holder program, many have been worried about Walt Disney World Resort annual passes. For now, it seems that Walt Disney World will be keeping their annual pass holder program. However, no new passes are currently being sold. This has been the case since last July. We feel the need to bring this up because there have been a lot of mainstream news articles that have been confusing about the subject. But again, nothing has changed. There are no new annual passes being sold, but if you have an annual pass and it's expiring, you are allowed to renew, and they are taking those renewals. So keep that in mind. Of course, you can call VI Passholder Support at 407-939-7277 or 407-560-7277, or just do it online if you'd like. Remember, Premier Passes with an expiration date after March of this year, you do have to renew by March 31st. They will expire at that point no matter what. Work has begun on the makeover of yet another road entrance at Walt Disney World. This time it's Osceola Parkway, and they are moving fast. We saw them starting road work very early in the morning yesterday. Then when we checked in around 10 or 11 a.m., they had already gotten a big coat of primer on a whole bunch of the sign. And then by the time we checked back in the late afternoon, well, they had already painted one entire section of the sign. That part off to the side that says Walt Disney World Resort already got that bright blue paint job. They're moving fast. I think that's because this is a major entrance for the property, and a lot of road traffic goes this way. So the sooner they get it done, the better. Of course, you may recall that both the Western Way and the Hotel Plaza Boulevard entrances are already complete with that new color scheme for the 50th, and we expect Osceola Parkway to not take long if they keep working at this rate. While we will be saying goodbye to Splash Mountain at the Magic Kingdom at some undisclosed point in the future, it seems we may get to see the ride in the best state it has been in over the last several years before we say our heartfelt farewells. This week we noticed the return to service of the series of jumping fountains in the laughing place scene that jump over the logs. This effect has been pretty inconsistent since the reopening of Walt Disney World in July and probably most of the attraction's life, but it has returned at least once more. It did work at some point since last July, but it broke again. The bigger news, though, that we have the long-awaited return of the Rockin' Riverboat in the finale. That's right, that riverboat once again teeters left and right while animals sing, dance, and play music on board. You can see both effects back in action right here on our YouTube channel. While we still have to wait for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure to open at EPCOT, we're one step closer to seeing the finished France expansion. One small section of that expansion has opened. The Ratatouille archway leading into the expansion lets guests know that they are entering the world of the Pixar film. They also let them know that the ride will open sometime in 2021. You'll notice a sign to the right that'll eventually show the attraction's wait time all the way out there by the entrance to the area. So what is open? Well, you got this whole long walkway down to the new restrooms. The new restroom facility has opened, and that's it. There are walls on the other side that do block off Crêperie de Paris, as well as Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. But again, this new long walkway and this new set of restrooms are open. Why are they open? Well, that's because the Morocco bathrooms are closed for refurbishment. So there is a need for more restrooms in this area. So that's why they had to open these early. It's still unknown when any of these other establishments in the expansion will open. But we did also get a sneak peek at the counter service facet of La Crêperie, which is Crêpes et Importer. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but that looks to be the counter service portion. We got to see the queue for that, and as well a menu, what will be the frame for the menu on the wall. But you can watch a full video walkthrough of this expansion, at least what's open of it so far, right here on our YouTube channel. For all of you, including myself, who got hosed on those poorly handled online releases of last year's limited edition EPCOT posters, you're in luck. A new collection of stunning screen print posters and lithographs featuring favorite attractions of the past and future are coming to shopdisney.com throughout 2021, and they've already began. Each poster in the collection is 24 by 36 inches. That means it's larger than the last collection, and they differ as this time they are screen printed on archival black paper and feature glossy metallic art finishes. And you want to stay tuned because new posters will be released each month through the year. And once a new piece launches, the previous design will no longer be available. So these are limited release now, which means they are sold for a certain time period. So you have until a set date to order the first poster, which is Moana Journey of Water, and then the next poster kicks in, and you know how many days you have to order that. And once those orders go in, then the company that makes these posters will print them all and ship them, so that way they make sure everyone who ordered one actually gets one. What a novel concept. In addition to this, you'll be able to order all the original designs now in 14 by 18 inch open edition lithographs. Each quarter, a collection of those from an accompanying neighborhood will be released. So World Nature is where they've started, and so there is a selection of World Nature lithographs available now alongside that Moana poster. In a couple days' time, we'll then have Soarin' Around the World will be the next poster in this limited release collection. But these are very cool. They're bigger and they're shinier and they're on a different sort of paper. So even if you did collect last year's collection, if you did manage to get all of them, which I shockingly did, there's a reason to buy these. And I will say Cyclops Printing, who does these and actually prints these on a machine that used to be in the property of Walt Disney Imagineering. That's right, it's a screen printing machine that was used to print real attraction posters for the parks back in the day. They do a tremendous job. These are beautiful posters, and it's nice that now you won't have any of the anxiety involved in buying these. But they are only doing 16. They're not doing the full collection. There will only be 16 of these posters, but I do recommend them. They're really beautiful. If there's an attraction you particularly like, save your pennies. $99 is a fair amount of money, but these are very pretty and they make for a nice display. Walt Disney World has been releasing some new merchandise exclusively for their pass holders. We already found that sequined Minnie Mouse ear headband earlier in the month. But if that's not your style, then there's a new baseball cap. The orange pass holder logo with Mickey Mouse is in the center of the front of the hat, and there's an adjustable strap on the back. We found the hat with the pass holder ear headband behind the register of Mouse Gear at EPCOT for $27.99. We're still waiting for the return of a full-size Starbucks location at EPCOT, but until then, guests can get their daily coffee fix at the Travelers Cafe or any other Walt Disney World Starbucks. But they could get that with this new park-themed cup. On one side of the cup, they have the Starbucks logo with colorful fireworks around it. Spaceship Earth, the Tree of Life, the Tower, and Cinderella Castle can be found all around this plastic tumbler. We found this cup at the port of entry at EPCOT for $24.99. It's expected it will roll out to other locations as well. Disney Nyoimos plush and accessories are now available at Walt Disney World. These tiny posable dressable plush have been successfully released in overseas parks and as well Disney Store Japan in the past, but now they're here in America. We found a display of all of them at every single park today. The plush are perfect for posing in Instagrammable moments, and the displays show how easy that is. While the outfits mostly come as sets, you can buy multiples to mix and match them, plus the plush fit perfectly in a Loungefly mini backpack. I will warn you though, the small Loungefly backpacks and the small Spirit jerseys are $20 each, which is $2 more than the actual plush. Crazy. Beginning February 1st, new plush accessories and outfits will be launched on the first Monday of each and every month, both on Shop Disney and at Walt Disney World Resort. As we saw last week, the new M&M's store at Disney Springs is approaching completion, but we now have a sneak peek of some exclusive Mickey and Minnie inspired M&M's we'll find inside. The Disney Parks blog shared an image of the new M&M's and their mouse-shaped packaging. The Mickey M&M's come in this iconic black, yellow, and red colors with his three-circle outline printed on one side, and Minnie's M&M's come in black, white, and red with her outline and bow. Her packaging also has a polka dot bow on the top. The M printed on the candies and the packaging works perfectly to stand for M&M's as well as Mickey or Minnie Mouse. There's no official opening date yet for the M&M store, but we expect it to be very soon. It's been a while since we visited Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill, so we thought we'd try out some items at Disney Springs. We kicked off our meal with a pair of cocktails, including one that's themed to something from Disney history, the Lily Bell. Head on over to our site to read about our full dining experience at Wolfgang Puck at Disney Springs. The cast members at Boardwalk Bakery at Walt Disney World have a new Dumbo-inspired costume. Thanks to cast member Maggie for letting us take their picture. The costume includes a white button-up shirt with blue accents, blue pants, and a blue hat, but it's the apron that really shines as it's striped with different shades of yellow and has blue accents reminiscent of a circus tent. You'll notice it looks a lot like a particular one from the film and also matches the Dumbo the Flying Elephant queue building at the Magic Kingdom. Spotlight showcases the silhouettes of Dumbo and Timothy Q. Mouse on the front of the apron, and along the bottom are more circus character silhouettes cheering. It's often been said that blondes have more fun, but does that also apply to desserts? Well, I didn't write that. Someone on our staff did. We thought we'd test that theory, before I get hate mail, with the new Caramel Blondie at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa. The first thing we noticed was that it was a very generous portion, both in the size and the size of the cut and the depth of the piece. It's your basic Blondie, topped with a drizzle of sweet icing and powdered sugar. The Blondie sells for $4.49 at the Artist Palette. You can read all about it on our website. Things have been pretty bleak for Disneyland annual pass holders these days, with the resort recently canceling the annual pass program. Seemingly to smooth over those ruffled feathers, merchandise stores in downtown Disney District and California Adventure Park, portions that are open, are offering free annual pass holder magnets with any purchase, in addition to the start of a new 30% discount promotion. These light blue magnets celebrate the 65th anniversary of Disneyland with the Disneyland Resort logo in blues, reds, and yellows. The magnet is an AP exclusive, and the pass must be shown in order to get the magnet. And though Disneyland is ending that program, there's still pass holder exclusive merchandise for sale as well. In fact, we found a new Lunar New Year item pass holders can now pick up. It's a beautiful Year of the Ox-inspired tumbler at Downtown Disney. The red tumbler features Mickey sitting on a colorful ox. The opposite side reads Pass Holder and Disneyland Resort in gold lettering. It's also covered in Chinese figures and artwork. The tumbler matches the Year of the Ox Spirit jersey and other items from the resort. We got our first look at Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, a ride set to open in 2021 at Disney California Adventure and at some point down the road at Walt Disney Studios Paris. The attraction, the only ride in the California Avengers campus land, will allow guests to help Spider-Man by shooting webs at spider bots who have run amok throughout the area. In the video, we got our first look at the 3D glasses, nice shades, reference to the Universal ride, guests will don for the adventure. They appear to be the same as Star Tours The Adventures Continue, but with red sides, and these are Dolby Digital 3D glasses in that case. Tom and some actors look to be illustrating how to shoot webs for the pre-show. In the video, you can see Tom and some Imagineers actually playing the game as well. All good pre-shows feature, of course, the character with a model of the ride vehicle. That'll be the thing that happens in this one, as you see Tom here with a model of the web slinger vehicle. In another image, Tom is getting briefed on what he'll be doing while an actual web slinger vehicle sits in the background. And new to the general public, you may recognize some of the art on the wall as some we shared with you over a year and a half ago, but Disney has never released. Pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. Tom Holland filming the pre-show for Spider-Man, the Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure ride, which will debut at some point when Disneyland Resort reopens. After initially planning to reopen in February 2021, Disneyland Paris will now be delaying any plans to reopen until at least April 2nd. The announcement does not come as a real surprise to many, as France has been continuing to enforce early curfews. They even extended the curfew from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. on Saturday. These restrictions would make it hard for Disneyland Paris to operate, and if the April reopening is allowed, though, Newport Bay and Santa Fe hotels will open with the resort. Afterwards, the Davy Crockett Ranch and Hotel Cheyenne will reopen on July 1st, and Sequoia Lodge is set to reopen on October 23rd. No dates were mentioned for the Disneyland Hotel, nor the Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel. Disneyland Hotel is scheduled for a major overhaul at some point in the near future, which might be why it just may not reopen at all. And Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel was scheduled to have its grand opening last year. That was delayed until this spring, but now they're not even mentioning it. Disneyland Paris previously closed on March 15th and reopened July 15th, about the same timeline as Walt Disney World, but then closed again on October 30th, 2020. Although the Happy Fair with Baymax has been once again indefinitely postponed, all of the adorable food and merchandise is on sale at Tokyo Disneyland anyway. One of the options guests can try are the adorable Baymax burgers available at Tomorrowland Terrace. While burgers are to Tokyo Disney Resort as Tony's Town Square is to Walt Disney World, we were actually all right with the result this time. You can actually watch Spencer eat this burger set with French fries and a soft drink right here on our YouTube channel. The Baymax burger is about $11.37 US for the set, or about $7.52 on its own just for the burger. Head on over to our site to read all about it, but again, right here on our channel, you can watch Spencer actually eat it, if that's the thing you're into. Tokyo Disney Resort has been all about clever accessories and home goods. It says lately, but I think that's kind of been their shtick all the time. And their latest step to add a bit of Disney touch to our homes and a Disney dent in our wallets are these new fork and spoon sets themed to the iconic Mickey Mouse balloons seen at the Disney parks around the world. The spoon and fork sets come with a set of 5 spoons or forks, each with a handle ending in one of the 5 colors of Mickey balloons. There are 5 colors, red, blue, yellow, pink, and green, and they come wrapped in a ribbon. Yes, for all of you who need a set of 5 cutlery, what a normal number. Still can't complain. This is super cute. You can get these for 2,500 yen or $24.09 US each. Both of these sets will be available most likely in the home store at Tokyo Disneyland, among other shops at an Emporio at Tokyo Disney Sea, since Villa Donaldo Home Shop is currently closed. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, click the bell for notifications, and make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of this show and others, including on Thursday, tomorrow at noon Eastern, we have the premiere of the very first episode of Timekeeping, a chronological history of the Walt Disney World Resort. I'm your host for that one. It's a nice 12-minute history show, chronicling each year in the history of Walt Disney World. So join us again Thursday at noon for that. And don't forget, Thursday nights at 9, you have News Tonight, our comedy variety show. Make sure you watch that. And if you like my stylish hat, don't forget, WIGS members will get to buy this starting this Wednesday evening. It'll go on sale exclusively to WIGS members and then to the general public Thursday night at 9 at carouselofproducts.com. We only made 100, so you better act fast if you want one. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. And please buy our New Era baseball cap. It's very stylish. Very stylish.
Hi everyone, I'm Cosmic Chris Reed, inviting you to join my co-hosts and I every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern on WDW News Today as we chat Disney Park memories, food, and Imagineer our own attractions, restaurants, hotels, and more. Share your stories with us in the YouTube chat. Plus, listen to WDWN tunes at the same time to hear some Disney Park music paired with the show topics. Cosmic Read Live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern on WDW News Today.